I've seen when they do live streams, they just kind of, shuffling around, things like that for a couple seconds before it actually gets going. RetroTakeout. Well, that was our event, and we were just making it known. How's it going out there, retro game enthusiasts? It's Joe and Matt here with Retro Takeout. Tonight we're going to be playing Streets of Rage 2 on the Sega Genesis. This is one of the best beat-em-ups ever. It's definitely my favorite. I've been playing this game for 20 years now, and I still come back to it from time to time. So Joe and I are going to take you through it, two-player co-op, and hopefully we get all the way through. We're going to be playing on normal tonight just for time's sake. The only real difference between the difficulty levels is more enemies, higher health bars and such. So both of us have beat it on the higher difficulties as well, but just for tonight we'll play on normal. Okay, so you got four main characters. You got Max, you got Axel, Blaze, and Skate. So Axel and Blaze came from the first game. There's a third character, Adam. Adam was kidnapped in this game, so it's up to you to rescue him at this point. So I'm going to be playing as Axel.
And I'll be playing as Max.
So Max is a new character. He's Axel's friend and a pro wrestler. So a lot of his move set is going to be pro wrestling type moves. Axel is more of a street brawler. So you're going to see a lot more punching and kicking techniques.
Max is definitely the stronger character, but he's also much slower. Axel's is pretty well balanced. He's strong and quick.
So what's the basic premise of this game, Joe?
Basic premise is we're trying to go save our buddy from the infamous Mr. X. So we got to go fight through wonderful 8 levels, mini bosses and bosses in each level to eventually save our buddy.
So pretty much the typical beat 'em up storyline. You know, friend or girlfriend gets kidnapped, and you gotta fight your way through enemy territory against a crime syndicate with, you know, an anonymous big boss. You know, just suspend disbelief pretty much because you're fighting through literally hundreds of people.
You will see all the enemies are really cheap. They will camp off screen and get cheap shots in where you can't see them. So you kind of got to lure them out to fight them or just beat them off screen, whichever comes first. You'll get some health power-ups occasionally. These apples will restore some of the health. Later on toward the boss battles, they'll give you a turkey. There's weapons hidden throughout the game, also that you can use and throw at the enemies. My favorite weapon is coming up in just a second here. This dude is just giving me my favorite weapon. I'm going to go take it. Is the pipe. Max has a 180-degree arc with this pipe. I can hit enemies in front of me, behind me, doesn't matter. I'm almost untouchable when I have this weapon.
So pretty much standard 90s beat 'em up weaponry in terms of knives, pipes, baseball bats. You're going to see throughout.
Matt likes to go old school. He doesn't really like the weapons. He likes his bare fists.
My guy doesn't have very good range with like the pipe type weapons. It's more of a downward swinging motion where yours, you know, finishes pretty much straight on. So you got a lot more reach. It seems like
Max can kill most enemies in 1 or 2 hits with the pipe just because his strength added to the weapon bonus. Each character has a jump, they have a normal attack, they have a special attack, but the special attack uses some of your health when you use it. And they also have attacks where you can jump and attack. You have a forward and attack where if you hit it twice, Max slides, and Axel does this uppercut. So this is our first mini boss, or our sub boss. He's a guy who generates knives and throws them at you, so you want to try to keep him at bay. One of the things I like to do is just kind of spam him right in the corner here, and he's basically done. Let's grab power-ups before we go to the next level. And when the level refreshes, you lose any weapons that you were carrying. Some money and power-ups for high score that no one cares about.
Yeah, so there's actually quite a bit of different forms of attack that you can take, whether it be a jumping attack, like a combo punch and kick type attack. Obviously you got a special attack, so you know, if you're surrounded, you know, it might be better to take a little bit of a health loss in order to use your special attack just to clear the enemies off of you.
Gets you out of those sticky situations where you otherwise would take more health loss.
Sticking with typical 16-bit tradition when it comes to variety of enemies. A lot of times, like a cheap substitute would just be to change the color up a little bit and give them different names and such.
Yeah, they kind of did that for each of the enemies. You'll see as we progress, you'll see the same enemies, they're just in different clothing and given different names. Here is our, I guess, part 2. There's a chick with a
where's the bartender going?
Oh yeah, the bartender kind of leaves once he sees us coming through. He's not too thrilled with us doing that. So this chick's got an electric whip, which is really nasty if she hits you with it. So you kind of want to keep her at close range so she can't really use her whip too much. She's not that powerful. She goes down pretty easily.
I stole your apple.
You stole my apple. You're a dick. Alright, so in the trash cans hidden in the background here are oh, I just used it. Your turkeys, which will give you full health when you need it.
There's the bartender, and he don't look none too happy with us.
So you're gonna get each boss. You're gonna get the main boss, and then he's gonna get his little minions that are gonna kind of distract you from him, give him the upper hand. So sometimes if you're playing two people, one person can distract the enemy, the main boss, while the other one takes care of the minions, vice versa. Because if you get sandwiched or there is friendly fire in this, so you want to make sure you don't beat the living bejesus out of your counterpart, otherwise it doesn't make for a very fun level. Alright, so that's stage 1.
Yeah, and if you did want to beat up your counterpart, there is a versus option in this game where you would, fight one-on-one basically in almost like a Street Fighter type arena.
It was in the options, it's called duel.
Yeah.
For all your dueling types.
And it's the only option in the game where you can choose the same character. So you can have Max fight Max or Skate fight Skate. I think one of us should have been Skate, just to show what Skate is. Skate's basically a adolescent child on rollerblades. And
he's the younger brother of our kidnapped counterpart, who feels compelled to save his brother from the infamous Mr. X.
And he wears rollerblades, because this was 1992 and rollerblades were shit.
They were so cool. Everyone had rollerblades. I don't care who you were, you had rollerblades if you were in 1992.
You were the shit if you had rollerblades. You were only sort of the shit if you had skates.
Yes.
Alright, so we're on to level 2. This is the bridge. The toughest part is actually this first part right here, because
these motorcycles,
you got dirt bikes flying in and out. And still have never figured out the pattern.
We've been playing this game since we were little, so we've yet to figure this out.
Oh, and to add insult to injury, they're going to drop bombs at you as well. So there's a whole lot of explosions going on. Motorcycles flying through the air from every which way coming off of the screen. And now they're armed with pipes and bombs.
The nice thing is the motorcycle guys don't have a lot of health, so if you can knock them off their motorcycle, they're pretty much dead.
Until the motorcycle explodes. And so as Joe mentioned, we have like a double attack, which helps you gain some ground and is actually pretty powerful with whichever character you're using. So I'm going to be using that quite a bit throughout this playthrough.
Power-ups in the pipe or in the barrels there. Grab our turkeys. Try to kill that turkey. All right. So in the beginning of the game, there was a hidden extra life at the very beginning of the game. I'm trying to remember if one of us got it.
Yeah, I picked it up.
He picked it up. So at the end of this stage, as we exit this, we're in kind of a back of a truck here, and once we we'll show you where all the hidden extra lives are to get you through the game. Not like you really need them. If you're playing on easy or normal, you should have a pretty easy time. So right back here off screen, as we exit the front of the vehicle somehow, you just grab this extra life.
We did our special attack and broke right through it.
Something like that.
Because we're fucking powerful.
That's what we do. More of the same generic enemies, different colored pants, because that was cool back then. It was just easier to write in half a dozen sprites and then just change their colors versus trying to come up with unique enemies for each and every level.
Yeah, apparently colors don't matter when it comes to the gangs in this game.
Got this red signal here. He's
there's no rival turf. It's us against them.
Yeah. Apparently, they put aside their differences to be employed by the infamous Mr. X.
Either that, or their gang turf's literally 10 feet, because we went from green pants to gray pants gang.
Yes.
Three different guys named Surger.
Yes. All right, so
Must be in the bylaws.
you must wear this and be named this.
Okay, so
Next
second
boss.
level boss is a
guy-
jetpack guy named Jet.
Coincidentally enough. All right. So one of the things you can do is you can kind of lure them in certain parts. Don't let the enemies get kind of the best of you. Don't let this guy touch you. He will take you into the air and deal lots of damage to you. Best thing to do is let him come to you and interrupt his attack with one of your own.
It's almost better to put some distance between you, so that way he does that dash attack as opposed to that downward attack. It's much easier to hit when he's coming straight at you. Now for your jump kicks, your stationary jump kick's actually going to deal more damage than your moving jump kick.
So I pretty much got him as long as he, and the difficulty actually feel like it increases their intelligence too. So the really easy guys, they don't have an intelligence that's really great. You get to like hardest or even the mania setting, they're pretty smart. If you try to spam them, they will figure out a way to get out of it. All right, level 3.
Yep, onto the amusement park.
Give me your pipe. So. I can just stand here and nothing, no normal enemy can hit me from here. Alright, so we're on to our first, nope, actually sorry, this is, I'm going to go into the arcade in a minute, so we just got to clear out these simple enemies and we just head right in, lose my pipe. So this is the arcade. These are kind of a thing of the past, unfortunately. It was a thing to do is go waste your hard-earned allowance money on some video games with your quarters. And the nice thing about our characters is we just go up to this guy playing a bare knuckle, beat him up, and then take the apple that was so helpfully placed inside the machine.
Yeah, it's interesting. The arcade games are bare knuckle. Bare knuckle is actually the name of the Streets of Rage franchise in Japan. It's kind of cool to see a little bit of that sprinkled in. I like how parts of the level also goes to like this isometric type view as opposed to straight side scrolling. So you'll see that in a couple of different areas. You already saw it in level 1, and you'll see it again in the stages to come as well. It just gives you a different perspective. So you get really. It makes it so you got to work your angles in order to really fight the enemies effectively.
Similar, the simulated 3D. As you saw, there's guys that just hang it off the side of the screen, and until we kind of get into the detection box, they won't attack us. They'll just hang out there and wait for us. It's another tactic. Take your time through these levels. You can beat the game by beating the game. Know where the enemies are ahead of time, and manage how many are coming at you at the same time.
Yeah, there's definitely parts where it's important not to rush right into the stage. You're going to be dealing with a lot less gang members if you take it slow as opposed to rushing right in. It opens up opportunities for getting sandwiched and taking a whole lot of unnecessary damage. The time clock in this game is actually like very, very generous. I mean,
We've never timed out.
Never come close to timing out.
So I just took out 4 guys at the same time because I couldn't hit one without another one stopping my hit. So
You can go ahead and get both of those.
Okay.
So there's an apple there. In this crate, there's actually
extra life.
a 1-up.
Okay, so as we said before about managing the level, there's going to be ninjas of all things. Even though it said pirates were coming, we have ninjas. There's ninjas and pirates. So we want to try to activate each of these guys one at a time because having both on screen at the same time is kind of ridiculous. You want to disarm him as quickly as possible and not let him pick up his sword again.
You actually jump kicked them, and that is so rare.
It is really rare because they can actually detect your in-air movements. But I got him, so I'm going to grab the sword real fast and activate green over here. Yep. So that's going to make him drop his shuriken. And now I'm just going to try to spam him off screen. Oh.
It is so important to separate the ninjas from whatever weapon they're carrying. They're so much more deadly.
They're really fast.
With
and he's gone.
Katana or
shuriken.
That other, short blade weapon that they have. I don't even know what it's called.
And there's your similar nod to the Disney franchise in the background there. Disney owns everything. Okay, so sub-bosses. Okay, so we got, again, repeats of the same people. They're not as strong as they were before, but they just as annoying. It's just funny sometimes reading some of their names. I just like throwing the guys because the ground deals a lot of damage to them.
I like the knife flip for that guy when he draws out another switchblade.
Yeah.
It's a nice touch. It's things like the little things like that just make this game so great.
Okay, so this turkey here, those vessels will explode, so you don't want to. They're like eggs or whatever. You don't want to. You want to activate it and then get away as quickly as possible, so you don't get hit by the damage of it. So guys are going to start appearing from the fog below and off screen. You just, like every other part, just take your time, kill off the enemies. There's some foreground and background stuff that kind of gets in your way a little bit, so you want to make sure you're keeping track of that too. You want to play slides? You want to play slides? I'll slide you. This place always creeped me out because it looked like there was like eyes in the background and like these faces looking back at you.
This would be a terrifying horror house in the park.
Yeah.
So you know that floor isn't dry.
Grab that apple. If you can. Okay, so coming up, you're looking in the background, all of a sudden this other thing kind of comes into view and you're like, what is that? So this is actually the mini-boss before the boss. It looks like a face within a face, and that's exactly what it is. Actually, this little face here, I'm going to go ahead and activate him. You got to just time it right and hit him, because he's going to try to trip us up here. And he's going to...
There is another hidden extra life all the way at the bottom of the screen, right where, pretty much in the center where his face is. And as far as I can tell, that's like the last of the hidden one-ups in this game. You can get one in the first 3 levels.
Alright, so music changes in a second here. You always tell when you're on the main boss. Okay, so again, here's the ninjas.
You hit him again with a jump.
It's not until we get to the sand level that if you wind up dying, you do get a reprieve from the enemies. They have to all fall down and they lose whatever weapons they're carrying for a second. Yeah, the ninjas get stronger in the beach. Okay, So music changes and we're fighting the main
Go
boss.
ahead and hit that.
Oh, got him. Yep, grab our turkeys. This guy's kind of a combination between Blanca and Vega from Street Fighter. He's got the claws, he's really fast.
This guy does a lot of, I mean, that was a quick kill, but he goes a lot from the background to the foreground of the level. So it's really confusing to see, you know, what plane he really is on. You know, typically he is a much tougher, you know, end-level boss, but seem to make short work of him in this case.
Alright, so we're at the Sega Stadium. My favorite music level. This game has a lot of great...
Yeah, the music as a whole in this game is just fantastic as far as like 16-bit era.
Yeah, I can honestly listen to this soundtrack endlessly. This level in particular is always on loop for me.
That's one thing I like about this game too, is when you pick up a weapon, you really have the choice on whether you want to keep it and use it, like say the knife or pipe, for example. You can use it as like a striking weapon, or you know, if you hold down the jump button and then press your attack button, you can use it as a throwing weapon, and that works for any weapon in the game.
Whether it be the pipe or the knife or sword.
You know, games like Final Fight, for example, typically the knives were, you know, throwing only, and the pipes were, you know, striking weapon. But here, it gives you the choice.
Right, so an enemy's gonna drop from the sky here. And he has this like simulated Hadouken thing, so you just want to make sure that you don't let him hit you with that. And just kill him off screen.
It's cool that the music part's in the background there.
Yeah, it's like you're like traveling through this.
It's good continuity.
Yeah, which was actually kind of rare for games at the time. You'd be like, all of a sudden I'm halfway across the world. How did that even happen?
I was just in the city. Now I'm on a beach. There's a beach level.
Let's say, so spoiler alert, that actually really does happen. Give me your pipe. I wish to beat you with it. So I'm always, whenever I'm max, which is pretty much all the time, I'm always going to resort to a pipe. Just kind of how I've been playing it since we picked this up all those years ago. And we kind of are playing as our favorite characters. We do occasionally switch it up. Sometimes I will play as Blaze. She's got this like whirling jump kick, and she has like that Hadouken thing that other enemy was using. I think they might be part of like the same clan or something like that from way back when. But she got. Yeah, you want to keep the girls at bay because they'll hit you with the whips if you're close. But if you let them get too far away from you, they're actually electric, and they'll shock you. That was an example there.
Yeah, go ahead and get whatever power-ups you need. In pretty good shape.
Yeah. So we're gonna get some more power-ups as we go, right here, and then we're gonna be on to the sub-boss in a second here. Once we hit the mound. They're not particularly fast, but they do have a speed attack, and they're really strong. Their constitution's pretty high. It's a couple of
great big fat people.
Yeah, a couple big fat baseball-loving guys apparently. Big Go and Big Ben here, so they shoot fire, which is
they're gonna just breathe fire like for no reason.
Yeah. So and they're gonna try to camp off screen so they can do their little running dash. Best thing to do is try to, and they'll slap you. Because they think they're real big men. Yeah.
Homelander is done.
Yeah, one. So the blue jeans here is the last one here. So I just kind of I'm gonna grab him and just throw him around. Yeah. Somehow I can pick him up. I don't know how that's even possible. So we're gonna go to our side.
We're gonna descend through the
Depths.
elevator pitching mound.
The secret hidden base, as it were.
It goes into the sewer, apparently.
Yeah. So this is like your standard elevator thing. Guys are going to drop in from above, and you just gotta fight your way down. You're going to get assortment of enemies that do different things. So you want to make sure that you keep the long range guys long range and the close ones close range. Again, you will have friendly fires, so best thing to do is split up.
Yeah, I tend to. Between waves, I tend to like put myself in a corner here, and then watch the shadows of who's coming down.
And we just kind of throw the enemies back and forth at each other, and that's basically the best way to kill them off.
The only guys that are really going to hit you are the, I don't know, karate guys.
Yeah,
they might hit you with a jump kick coming down, so just you'll hear it before it happens. So just use those visual cues.
Your stereotypical Asian karate man.
I don't even know. Yeah, it's just karate guy.
Yeah. You can kind of get waves of them going here. I can hit
every late 80s, early 90s beat 'em up gang head karate guy.
All right, so the elevator's gonna rush to an immediate halt, and we're gonna go fight the end boss.
Yeah, so all of a sudden we're in an underground gladiatorial arena.
Fighting
a pro wrestler.
And that's
my first death.
Yep. So you'll see that he falls down to give us a chance here. Best thing to do is keep him right nice and close, but not too close, because if you get him into a lock, he'll break out of it. But he's got this wicked running dash.
This guy's tough, man.
He is really tough. But being a pro wrestler myself, I usually can take him out pretty easily with my slides. Again, spamming him with the slides, he's pretty much useless against this, unless he can be smart enough to change elevations. This is a lot of button mashing. You got to be pretty good at it, but I can pretty much kill this guy without dying right here. Nice thing about this game is if you even hold down with a sliver of life, next level, you're full life again. So that's stage 4.
A lot of people in that crowd without shirts on.
Yeah, they're all doing this like hurrah, hurrah, hurrah thing, and it's just, I've always wondered, what are they cheering for? Me or him or yes?
Alright, so on to stage 5. This is the...
We in a boat.
Is it a cruise ship or...
It's kind of run down for a cruise ship. I think we're on some...
Tugboat?
Yeah, some type of freight ship.
We're on a barge.
Yeah, well, we had a boat. Alright, so... This is Hart here, Big Ben and Big Go's green counterpart here. Best thing to do is try to get him into the corner here. He's going to try to do his breathing fire thing. Best thing to do is just beat him down with the pipe. He's just going to keep falling down. Use the levels to your advantage. That's like the best way. It's kind of cheap to play that way, but it's the best way to not die, because this game can get pretty intense pretty quick. Yeah, so I'm going to grab this apple here, get some life back. Combos are good too. You can hit a guy a couple times and then use your special to take him out pretty easily.
Combos are good.
You can grab.
I like the pizza ones.
Yeah, you can not thanks. You can grapple people. Pizza combos? Well, no way. You can grapple guys. You can throw them. You can suplex them. We can even do combo moves if we can do them successfully without killing each other. And we might show those to you in a little bit, depending on how successful we feel like being, because you can injure each other while doing it too if you're not successful. All right.
Again with karate guy.
Yeah. Mr. Hadouken here.
So I'm just gonna fuck my day up.
I'm just gonna smash him in the face until he dies, and there you go. And so we're just ascending the ship, getting closer and closer to the deck.
New enemy. Now we got kickboxers.
Okay, these guys, their block is almost unbeatable. They're super tough and they're super fast. So you just kind of want to keep a few of them in play at a time. couple turkeys up top. We've noticed over the years of playing this that all of the enemies have a similar theme to them. Like all these kickboxers happen to be named after birds. So as you progress through, you'll see them all being bird kickboxers. And then Big Daddy Kickboxer over here, our bartender slash kickboxer from before, Wayne. Matt's pretty much going to get this guy. We can double team him, gangbang him over here, and I'm just going to spam him in the corner here until he dies. Alright, so we're on the top deck. I wish you could grab those axes.
Bang, bang, Wayne.
Gang, bang, Wayne. I'm going to grab the sword, which is very similar to the pipe. It's deals more damage, but its radius is limited to about a 270, not
You
180.
can hit guys behind you.
Yeah,
I can't, but you can.
But I still don't get the 180 like the pipe does. Here's our less powerful jet enemy from before.
Yeah.
Somehow escaped his attack. I don't even know how.
That guy's annoying.
Yeah, I don't like the jet guys. Anything that can fly is just stupid. Okay, so
I got a motorcycle gang on a boat.
yeah. So there are no motorcycles, thankfully, but they're in their spiky garb there. I feel like they're from stealing Dwar's idea. All of the biker dudes,
They're like Zubaz pants gangs.
yeah, they all have all the biker guys are named after some type of storm.
Whoops.
So just trying to keep the ninjas at bay because they can do a rolly attack that's pretty devastating. Again, we're going to try to keep the tan ninja up there as long as we can, because trying to fight two of them is just kind of hard. Jump attacks are pretty useless against them. They can throw you.
That guy's still alive. There we go.
All right, so we're going to carefully activate ninja.
We're back up.
Yeah, you can pick up those mines. It's near impossible.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, because they will explode in your hand most times. So he's gone away. We're going to let that explode. We're going to activate the ninja here, and I'm going to go ahead and give him the number. The range on the sword is really good. So I can pretty much keep everybody away. I'm going to actually switch out the swords because this one actually is better. So he's going to throw bombs for a minute here. It's not... if you just stay back, they can't hit you. We're going to have... music's going to change over, which means we're heading toward the final boss. There's going to be another sub... some of the bosses will come with counterparts. They're going to be not as powerful, so we're going to try to lure him out here to not activate the main boss just yet, because
Crap, there we go.
he's kind of a beater. I'm almost dead. So,
I'll just go for the health.
okay, so now we're going into the main boss, who, if you got the theme there about the kickboxers, is a gigantic freaking kickboxer. So I'm gonna go ahead and...
He's just a normal boxer.
Yeah,
Nothing about that guy says kickboxer.
Oh yeah, he is a normal boxer, but they're in the boxing theme here.
He's wearing a wetsuit or something.
Something. So we got the swords, which is really good because we can keep him at bay. He does this like flying butt attack, and if he grapples you, he's going to deal a lot of damage to you. So you want to try to keep him away.
This guy's quick.
He's quick, and he does
He
use
closes distance really fast.
He definitely uses the isometrics really well. He kind of does like this diagonal attack. It's really hard to block that
I
one.
usually never get to this point with a katana, so
Yeah, we're having a really good run for you guys. Hope you enjoyed that.
stage 6. Now this is the one that's interesting to me. Like, so the kid with the rollerblades, like, how's he gonna fight on the sand?
Yeah, you gotta suspend some disbelief. All right, so we left the
Just
boat.
a little.
Yeah, so we left the boat. We're on the beach. Example here, if I can show you. I can try to attack these ninjas, and they will kind of morph out of the way. They're really fast. See, they do like this like morphing attack, which is kind of makes them impossible to hit from a jump kick. So you got to get them on the ground. And I'm really slow, so when I play this through myself, they are really hard. So I'm going to smash his face a little bit. Alright. My gigantic character holding a knife or shuriken just is amusing to me. You have the biggest guy in the game fighting with the smallest weapon in the game.
It's a cool effect of the waves.
Yeah, the Genesis was always notorious for that. They did this the sprite changes with everything. The backgrounds just they moved, they worked. It was beautiful, and it was still appealed to that teenage boy. It was cool because you're playing a fighting game, and what was cooler than a teenager playing a fighting game? So more of the kickboxers, our bird kickboxers here. We gotta take them out. One camping out there, because one's camping off screen there. So we're gonna find this military-esque base. So we got our sandbags here. Do some health power-ups in there. Okay, so more of the same. Moving down the simulated 3D isometrics here.
Out of all the enemies in this game, I think my least favorite has got to be the signals.
Yeah, they have.
I don't like the way they move. They're cheap shot artists. They have a throw attack.
Throw attack, slide attack. They're pretty versatile, but they're pretty predictable. Like, you can almost walk right up to them, grapple them, and then beat the living piss out of them. So
they disrupt your flow more than anything, is what it is.
Because each enemy has their own attack style, so if you're grappling with one enemy, they can try to disrupt that with their attack. So that's going to make you use your special, which is going to deal some damage to you, but it's going to get them off your back. So manage your life accordingly. So again, recycling more enemies. These guys will get this blue bar, which is the same as having a second health bar. The number of stars in the corner is going to tell you how powerful they are. So they're always going to go from the blue to the red, and then the red, and then their yellow bar to red. Which we would have multiple stars upon our blue level, but they decided to just give us single bars. Alright, so we're done with the balloon guys here. We're going to get more motorcycle carriers coming through. We're actually going to get some motorcycles in a second here, which is never fun. Those things are kind of hard, but if you can time it right, they're going to line up with us, and we're going to get the timing right. You can knock them off without taking too much damage. Or I'll just go ahead and die there. That's cool.
Shadowboxing is the name of the game with the motorcycles. Put yourself on the same plane and like a stationary jump attack usually.
Yeah, you just gotta time it right.
It takes care of them.
That's you.
That is me. That's you. I was waiting for the next wave.
Yeah. Okay, so more of the whip, the girls with the whips, and then these guys with their wonderful pipe that I want. So. Got set up the bomb there. One guy was holding me as the chick got me. So I'm gonna grab this pipe here, take out these enemies. That's gonna take her out. And on to the final boss. This stage.
Boss is plural.
Boss is plural. This one has a companion. So the main boss is gonna be like level 2, and a fun fact is if you can beat the main boss, his companion will instantly die. And it's really fun to watch that, because no matter how much health he had left...
I don't think we're gonna get it.
We might. I'll get him. Oh, no, stealth in a second. Nope, killed stealth. So now we just have the main enemy here.
Souther.
Souther here.
The stupid name.
Yeah. And he's dead. And that is level stage 6. We have to go through stages apparently because we're too cool for levels. Because remember, this was 92. Alright, so we go from the beach. So we kind of went from the military outside to now we're inside the factory here.
You gotta go through the industrial plant. every beat 'em up had an industrial plant level too.
I feel like every one of them does. You look at Turtles, you look at
Double
Dragon, Final Fight. You're gonna find an industrial level. It's going to happen. And then, you know, to insult to injury to these guys. This one guy's name is Buffet. I mean, it's bad enough that he's he's got a thyroid problem, but they gotta play mention of that.
Apparently he's got heart.
Yeah. Dante Harper. Yeah, words there. How did you live through my special? I don't even know what I tapped it on accident and he still lived through it. Go figure. Alright, so more bomb guys again. They're going to stay stationary. They're just going to throw bombs. If you're smarter than the bombs, you're not going to get by them. They throw a limited number of them, so...
You're smarter than the bombs.
Smarter than the bombs. And the bombs will hurt their own enemies, so you can kind of let them walk into their own trap. That's the last one. So, mind the conveyor belts, because if you're trying to move against one, it's kind of like being at the airport. It's not going to work well. Like that one lady that was walking against it and stopped and just kind of did one of these motions where she's like, I'm walking, and we're going to go backwards. So, don't be her. Alright, so this dude's chilling with this pipe that I'm just going to totally take from him right now and meet them up with. He lit up the tornado on my face. Alright, so should be some enemies hiding right there. Okay, so Enola here with her magic whip. She goes. We're gonna get a ninja and another whip girl in a second here. Oh, there's one. So not all of them are hidden, some of them are in plain sight. And he's Alright, so another ninja. And he and I are going to dance back and forth for a second here, which was really amusing.
Jeez, you didn't touch him once.
I didn't hit him. To be fair, he didn't hit me either.
No, he just sat there taunting you.
Alright, I'm going to grab this turkey. I believe that one is yours. Yep.
That is a turkey.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna save it.
Alright. So we got another electric girl again. Wonderful health bar, not too much, not unmanageable.
Alright, I'm gonna need that now.
Alright, I'm sure you'll get your turkey there. So, damn.
Oh, that couldn't have gone any worse.
Like we said, you gotta just manage the screen, and we are not doing too terribly great at it because they're different enemies. She's got the whip, he's got the ninja.
He's got
He's got the ninja, man. And again, trying to hit them from above is not going to work for us here. So I'm just going to have to brute him, and I did. And now we're going to go on to the last leg of this level, which is an upwards elevator, which we're going to keep getting barraged with enemies. I'm going to get my turkey now. All right. And he's gonna throw me again. Oh. Get your turkey, quick, go.
I'm trapped.
Okay, we'll save it for later. Oh, and we'll just attack each other for a second there. And I'm way back. Nope, still hanging on. Somehow.
Go ahead and get that.
Somehow. Alright. So, I'm just grab this turkey, go to full health.
Yeah.
And next wave of enemies.
I tend to just camp down in this corner. Put my back to the wall so that way I don't get sandwiched. There's really no good strategy.
Avoid the enemies.
In this part, yeah. Like it's just you're gonna get a big rush of a large number of enemies. It's just basically just an all-out brawl for this part.
You got him. Alright, and that's one more for me.
No.
Oh, one more. I'll just punch you in the face. Cool. Alright, elevator starts moving. Now we're gonna get more of the same. The guy's glitched out there for a second. Yeah, so did I. I mean, you can get yourself can get lost in these battles with these guys. Sometimes just easiest to pin guys against the wall. I'm gonna grab this sword here. It's gonna be my best defense against these guys. Sword's dead. Oh, I got trapped there.
This is the kickboxers. They all had like tough bird names like to start, and now we've made it down to Sparrow.
So death means we get the reprieve, and then we're just gonna knock them all down. So he's dead. Keep going up. Alright, so knife dude's not my favorite because he throws the knives too, so even if you keep yourself at a distance from him, he's hard to manage. I can normally spam these guys. If the guys get a running jump, my slide will still not work against them. But for the most part, I think I can get them. Just from playing this game for so long, we know what we're anticipating. It's just playing through. It's just hard. All right, so
I'm gonna practice my stabbing.
Ha ha! All right, so last boss of the level comes with a counterpart. Of all things, are robots with all good science names. Particle and molecule.
Well, any crime syndicate worth their salt has killer robots.
Killer robots that have maces and laser beams. And if you try to grapple them, they will electrocute you, so don't do that.
I'm gonna hang out and save a life. I'd like to fight him.
Yeah, I'll fight him. I'll kill him off right now. It's just a BAM! Don't do what I did. I didn't die, but at the same time, I didn't win.
Alright. Last level.
Last level, stage 8. We are now in the hotel of the franchise, I guess. headquarters. Big boss man's
Oh, is that, yeah,
corporate headquarters. if you will.
headquarters?
Yeah, corporate office here. We're in the office building. There you go.
Well, that guy just exploded. Nobody hit him.
Yeah, he kind of glitched out and exploded. All right.
He just exploded.
All right. So we got Bear Jr., the son of the late bear that we killed off on the steamboat there, and I'm gonna get double teamed. Oh shit.
Yeah, see, he closes the distance quick.
See that little butt jump that he does is pretty powerful. I can pretty much usually just get him again if I keep him in the corner. They are pretty. They do get kind of smart sometimes. They'll duck out of the plane and come and sneak behind you. Sometimes, depending on the difficulty setting. Oh, see, just like that, stuck out behind it. And we can hammer it home here.
All right, there you go.
Okay, so Matt's gonna get a little life back. Not much.
Not much.
Again, same thing as we did with the other elevator in the downward one. I'm just going to play each side here and try to kill off the enemies without killing each other. The problem with this one is we're going to get just about each of the bosses in order with a little added strength, but less. We're going to get some tough quarters to play in. So if he does that, I can spam him in the corner here until he dies. You can do that with most enemies.
The difference between the background and the foreground in this elevator is pretty narrow.
Yeah, pretty small. So I'm going to do a lot of my sweep attacks in here to try to kill off a lot of the enemies. It works pretty effectively as long as I can keep it up.
This guy's dangerous.
Yes, because of the narrow. Okay, so if you can kind of do your special over and over and over again, they'll fall, get up, and it's kind of a wash, rinse, repeat. It works really well against them. Alright, so, stage. Matt's uppercut is obviously more stronger than my slide, so
It's the wrestler again.
yeah. So I'm just gonna kind of take him and if you see if I tried to spam him like that.
Yeah, that guy's got a combo breaker.
He's got a combo breaker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of slide it into him infinitely. Oh, he's gonna grab me. I had to move away. I forgot you had a wash, rinse, repeat here.
His moves are tough. They take away a lot of damage. Punch and slide, move away, punch and slide. Alright, so we're at the top. We're going to fight a couple more enemies, then we have to fight the sub-end boss. Right-hand man.
And basically the shadow of Axel there. His name is Shiva. He's really powerful. He's this wicked kick. Pretty much knocks anyone on their ass. Break his combo. That's his kick. It's like this zooming slide upper kick.
He doesn't have a whole lot of health compared to some of the tougher.
But he's fast. He's really fast. And okay. So I'm hanging out by a thread. Alright. Final boss time. He's just chilling in the background. He gets a gun. He's kind of a cheap ass. One thing that I found is if you can keep him at bay and get him in the corner like every other boss.
You just killed Matt.
I just killed Matt. I suplexed Matt because Matt was in my way. Get out of my way of my enemy. So if Matt deals with the minions, I can normally take out Mr. X until he figures out that I'm on the same plane as he is. And I can pretty much spam him into death right here like I do with every other enemy. His bullets will kill his own guys, but like I said, they will also kill you pretty good too. So Mr. X is down to his last health bar. And I'm actually going to let him come on the screen. And I'll just suplex him off screen.
Oh. Yeah, the end animation when you defeat him is actually really cool.
I was trying to get him on screen. He kind of just...
It's too bad that he camps off screen so much.
Yeah, he kind of floats in the air and falls to his death. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and...
Enter our initials.
Enter our initials here. Story Matt and Joe, like we've been doing forever, and we're going to get the end sequence with the kick-ass music. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to get a sequence where we rescue Adam. This is one of my favorite games, probably of all time. That's why we decided to do the live stream of this, one of our first ones, because it's just one we've played over and over and over again. We know this game cold. Highly recommend Streets of Rage 2. First one's pretty good. The graphics one is great. The gameplay was solid. The third one is when they jumped the shark. The gameplay was there, but the themes were just outrageous. So 2 is the best. 1 was great. 3, just stay away from 3. It's not worth it.
Yeah, 2's definitely my favorite beat 'em up of all time. You know, a lot of people think it's a rip-off of Final Fight. I don't care if it is. This one's the one that I grew up with. It's the one that I think has the better playability. It has the better music. You know, everything about it is just it's really fun. I still love coming back to it and playing it to this day. And I'm really glad that we started with this one. So, yeah, the crime syndicate is defeated. Mr. X is no more. Adam is rescued. And we're on to bigger and better things.
So, helicopter comes to save us. Picks us up.
Randomly.
Randomly. They knew we were coming.
We're in the middle of the road, but we need to be saved by the helicopter.
Yeah. This should key us into high scores. And Matt beat me out by his usual margin.
Yeah, about 20,000 or so.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yep, that's Streets of Rage 2 for the Sega Genesis. You know, we'll be doing more of these live streams as time goes on. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.